Welcome back, everyone. Well, as chairman and CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett has helped grow the company's book value per share at an annual rate of 19.4%. Well, that's not bad really at all, considering that he's been at the helm of the conglomerate for 50 years. But with global markets behaving the way they are and Greece and China fears gripping investors, what would the Oracle of Omaha do? Well, let's bring in someone who may have a few insights on that. Mary Buffett is the author of the Warren Buffett Stock Portfolio, and she's also Warren Buffett's former daughter-in-law, and joins us now live here in Sydney. Mary, welcome. How are you doing?
Well, very well, considering all that's been going on and being a bit jet-lagged.
And from what you know about Warren Buffett's investment style,
right,
and from obviously the conversations that I'm sure that you have with him,
yeah,
well, what would he be doing in this environment?
You know, he'd be loading for the bear. He'd be going to cash.
Yeah.
This is the kind of, I mean, this is very, I'm going to be speaking here in Singapore at the Mind Kinesis Value Investing Fest Saturday and Sunday, and this is one of the things that we're going to talk about, which is, you know, the retail investor. What Warren would do is he would be studying, looking for those durable competitive advantage companies, no matter where they are. I mean, historically, these things have happened before, crashes, uncertainties in global markets, you know, Greece, China.
Yeah.
But what we try and do, and what Warren has done from value investing, what is it? It's investing from a business perspective. You know, so you're really looking for the gems that are on sale. So you're waiting, you're looking at all the historical data. There's a great little company called Jitta.com, which I'm going to introduce. It's a new tool for everyone to go online. It gives you all the historical data on the company, their earnings, their per share, where they are in relation to their PE ratios. So it's really, the investors need to be educating themselves.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think that's key, certainly in this type of market environment. And that seems to be part of the problem in China, is that, you know, 80 to 85% of the investors are retail investors, and a lot of those are just jumping on the train that everybody else is getting on instead of educating themselves first.
Right, and that's something that Warren would say, listen, you learn and you'll earn. You know,
yeah.
But we work so hard for our money, and to just jump in like people, you know, his other famous is be greedy when others are fearful, and be fearful when others are greedy. So when somebody's telling you, you know, jump on this bandwagon, whether it was the tech bubble or any bubble, for every bubble there is a pin.
Yeah.
You know, you just can't jump in. You've got to educate.
Would that suggest to our investors and our viewers out there that maybe now's the time to actually be looking at stocks to pick up and add to your portfolio?
Absolutely. I mean, the UK has done very well in some of the sectors. We have a fund over there called the Buffettology Fund, Conbrio, and in China it's just a matter of patience. You know, in 1969, the whole dogma was the Nifty 50, where you bought 50 of the largest U.S. companies and held on to them forever. And what Warren saw at that time was that stocks, the price of the stocks, they would never, their earnings could never match them. So he sold all out and went to cash. And he waited 4 years. And during those 4 years, he looked for companies that had durable competitive advantages, consumer monopolies, brand names, and in '73, when the market crashed, he stepped in, loaded for the bear, and got them at half price. Yeah.
So, being over here in Asia now, is there anything specific that you're looking at right now, Mary, that does have these sort of, you know, I guess, you know, that are probably companies that you could look at for the future?
I think, you know, I think there's sectors that are exciting. Certainly, the solar sector is an interesting sector, and the energy sector. And Warren's getting into that. Berkshire's getting into that in a big way with Mid-America. I think that there's a lot of businesses that are really good businesses, and you just have to kind of understand, know what they do. That's one of the first key things. I'm not going to be investing in pharmaceuticals because I really don't know the pharmaceutical market. Now, a pharmacist would, So invest in what you know. I mean, Warren knows a lot about consumer goods, hamburgers, macaroni and cheese and ketchup and chocolate.
Does that mean he's eating a lot of that?
He does.
He does.
You bet he does.
There's nothing wrong with mac and cheese.
And a Coca-Cola.
And Coca-Cola. There you go. Mary, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a real pleasure to have you with us. And you're speaking at the conference this weekend, at the festival this weekend.
Kinesis Value Investing Fest.
Okay, good stuff.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, Mary Buffett, everyone, with us there.